NBC5 News at 6 starts now.
Active winter weather is in store for much of the Pacific Northwest, at least through the weekend. Good evening, and thank you for choosing NBC5 News at 6. I'm Maximus Osborne, filling in for Andrea Boyd tonight. While storms this time of year usually bring snow and ice, heavy rain and winds are the major concerns for this next system, along with the potential for flooding. NBC5's Kate Sterling has more of what you need to know ahead of this wet weekend. That's our top story tonight at 6.
Prolonged moderate to heavy rainfall over much of the state is expected to continue into the weekend, resulting in rising rivers and the potential for flooding. As of Friday, the Coquille River is already experiencing some minor flooding, with a flood warning in effect from the National Weather Service. The NWS in Medford says the Rogue River at Agnes and Deer Creek in Roseburg are also expected to reach minor flooding Sunday evening.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to clog culverts or other kind of drainage features that you would see, and you probably don't pay much attention to on a daily basis if you're an average citizen. But we're paying a lot of attention to those things right now.
In the Rogue Valley, preparations are underway for incoming rain, with the city of Jacksonville even offering free sandbags to help prevent water damage to homes.
With over 900 miles of roads in our county road system, we're obviously looking at any creek and any potential flooding spot that could be an issue for us. So we're just going to see what Mother Nature brings us over the next couple days, and we'll do our best to respond to what comes our way.
Flooding along streams and rivers can lead to water on the roads, and heavy rains bring a greater potential for landslides and rock falls, especially in burn scars. Jackson County Parks and Roads says at this time it's difficult to predict what areas will be most affected, but they remain prepared to respond wherever the need arises.
We're putting staffing plans together to make sure that we have folks available and on call for after-hours emergency response over the weekend. We're making sure our equipment is working properly, making sure that we have mechanics on call to address any equipment breakdowns should they happen over the weekend.
The Rogue River is already high in Josephine County. As a result, the City of Grants Pass Stormwater Division is actively monitoring conditions to address potential hazards.
We'll have staff on call this weekend, checking to make sure that we're not having localized flooding, which typically happens around the creeks as a result of blockages from tree branches and stuff like that hanging up in the culverts, and it'll end up backing up water and can cause some damage to property.
Public Works Director Jason Kennedy says blocked stormwater drains can render roads impassable and even introduce sewage into natural waterways.
Basically what happens is there are a lot of old pipes on the south side of the river, and when the groundwater levels come up, the groundwater runs into the sewage pipes, and it ends up overwhelming the pumps that we have to get it pumped across the river into our treatment plant. And so at some point, the pumps will get overwhelmed, and then we have to discharge and bypass to the river. And we were reasonably close to having to bypass during the last rain event. We didn't, but it could happen.
No matter what the weather brings, it's important to always be prepared.
The first step in preparing for an event like this is preparing at home, making sure that you have emergency supplies, etc., drinking water.
If you do see any flooding this weekend, you're urged to notify emergency services. In the Rogue Valley, Kate Sterling, NBC5 News.
Thank you, Kate, and be prepared for wet driving conditions as well. ODOT says to make sure all your headlights, taillights, brake lights, and turn signals are properly functioning, even during the day, so other drivers will be able to see you during downpours, and of course, slow down out there.